fabulous assortment of guests. So, Anthony, this is kind of prom season when you think about it. Do you have like any proms from obedience school or anything? Anybody getting any outfits?
Well, I get outfits for all occasions, but more than prom season, this is wedding season. So a lot of people are ordering tuxedos. And like you said, there were a lot of little galas going on. There's a few events for charity fundraisers, and everybody likes to put their best foot forward.
Now, how competitive is this field?
Look,
Grace is nodding her head.
Well, I think it's competitive both from the point of view of the designers and from the point of view of the owners with the dogs, of whose outfits.
Oh, we know you guys are competitive.
Oh, yeah. Well, the thing is that everyone is competitive. I don't care what anybody says. We're all competing for something in life. And when it comes to the events and the parties, everybody wants to vie for the same prize, which could be the press, or it could be, recognition for their fashion. A lot of the time, I work with that kind of a clientele who come for the high-end goods, and basically these are things that I have to come up with concepts and designs that are eye-catching. Now, my worst competition, I can give you the name of my worst competition. Everybody should know that by now.
Your worst competition or your best competition?
Oh, my best competition, I should say, the toughest competition would be myself, because I'm always trying to outdo the last design. So it's always something that I have to study. I'm always keeping on top of things. I study the fashion industry, I study what's in the news, and I incorporate it all into my work.
Okay, sounds like you've got a good game plan there.
So far, so good.
So, Grace, tell us about another outfit that you've had of Anthony's. What would be one of your favorites?
Well, both Portia and Rosie have the not matching, but very similar, like variation on a theme dress that's a beautiful rose fabric that's to die for, and the trimmings are just beautiful. And that's the occasion where I bought a dress actually that I would not normally have bought this color dress, but I bought it to match their dresses. And then a new favorite is the one that Portia wore for that very special New Rochelle gala. There are also other party dresses that I like very much in a lovely green and black, and also the hats to match, which are very fetching.
Fetching. That's an interesting choice of words.
Well, little things like hats really can make an outfit. When I went to Martha Stewart and I had a dress for Portia, and I didn't have a hat, and I had some hat maker make a hat, and it really just made the outfit, that little touch. Right. And I think Anthony really sees that in an outfit, and that's why he'll always, put something together as the hat that he made for Portia. That was so fantastic. That matched the dress.
Now, Joe, how important is the clothing in your work? How much of a difference does that make?
On the dog?
A well-dressed dog. Oh, well, we're talking dogs here.
Dogs are naturally naked, so I think they look their best.
So you're anti-clothes?
No, not at all. I mean,
you're into nude photography, basically. What kind of person are you? What is this?
He's got you in the corner.
I think there's a market for that, and there's certain people who enjoy that, and I definitely see more of that, I think, in the city and the cities than I do out in the suburbs. For some reason, there's a lot more going on. I think more people are attending functions and raising money for charities. And it seems to fit in well.
Now, have you had much press coverage? Like, have you gotten your pictures in the paper much? Is that?
Yeah, I've been published, some books and magazines. I think recently American Dog Magazine did an article for about 6 pet photographers. There's, I think, an article coming out this month. We were in Cancun at a spay and neuter clinic, and there's about 6 photos in Dog Fancy Magazine. They're doing an article on that group that did the spay and neuter.
There's a lot of magazines out there, aren't there?
There is a lot of magazines, and then I think the internet too. Also, there's a lot of sites. I think that's going to eventually bypass the magazine itself.
Now, do you get hired for a lot of events? Because there's a million dog events in the city. I never knew how many until I met people like Grace, who Grace's social calendar is, forget it. We're talking like 3 in a night sometimes, right?
One could go out almost every night of the week.
And one does.
You know, this one doesn't. I mean, it becomes also very expensive. I mean, you want to give them the most you can to charity, so you really have to pick and choose which events, you know, that work best for you, the time-wise, and of course, you know, not every event is also a high-end, you know, event. Sometimes you can go to something very simple, as we did yesterday. That was outside at the boat basin. It was a very nice event, Anthony and I.
And there were themes too. Some of them, like yesterday, there was a lot of beach theme.
That's right. It was a luau theme.
In a few days, we're going to be going to another one that has to do with a beach theme.
Right.
Also.
We're going to an event in New Jersey. It's a much lower key, but I think it'll be a lot of fun. It's at a hotel, the Hilton Hotel. So,
what events are coming up, Joe? What are you going to be involved in?
I don't have anything on the book right now. Things usually come up. I'll get a call or an email, or somebody on Facebook will offer something up. But you have the yearly things that go on that you pretty much booked in for.
Well, what's the most effective way for you to promote yourself, you find? Do you do a lot of new media stuff?
Yeah, I think Facebook has been tremendous compared to just having a website. I think it's a free outlet. It doesn't cost a lot, just a lot of time you put into it. But it's been great for me, and doing the charity events is huge. You know, you give a little of your time and talent, such as Grace.
Absolutely.
And really, it comes back to you tenfold.
So what's your website? Let's get that worked in here.
You can reach me on Facebook on Joseph Frazz Photography, and that's probably the best way to contact me.
Because you do have a website too, don't you?
If you look up Joseph Frazz Photography, you'll find several sites on the internet where you can view a lot of my work.
Okay, very nice. How do you promote yourself, Anthony? I mean, obviously you're not shy. You're out there.
No, I'm not shy.
I mean, I'm out there. You're out there.
I like a good party. We network a lot. We do a lot of fundraising. I'll make appearances when invited, and basically it's networking. And as Joe said, Facebook is a very good outlet to get yourself known. We do have a site that's in the works coming up in the near future, banditrubio.com. But otherwise, you can reach us anytime, and you can enjoy the photos in our albums. We've got thousands of pictures of all the events and all the costumes and fashions at facebook.com, Bandit Rubio.
So Bandit's got his own site.
Bandit has his own site. He was put in American Dog Magazine last fall for the dog with the highest amount of friends on Facebook.
Did he have much to say in the design of the site, or was he picky?
No, he's not picky. He likes everybody pretty much.
He seems easygoing.
Yeah, he's a very easygoing dog. Everybody who sees him knows this guy. They ask me, do I drug the dog? I'm like, no, he's just mellow. He just chills out and has a good time.
Yeah, he does seem like kind of, you know, he seems like a mellow dog.
That's why I invite everybody. Come and look at the pictures. If you want to crack up, look at the pictures.
And he's a Chihuahua, I guess,
Yes,
right?
he is. He's a rescue.
Kind of a chubby Chihuahua, though.
Well, he carries his own weight. Well, look, you know what? He's won the competitions.
That's not easy.
No, he's won competitions and he's won food for a year. So if he wants to eat his food, he could eat his food. Most of the time, he donates it, though, to the shelters.
Is that the only pet you have at this point?
At this time, yes, it is.
Someone wants me to say the photographer's name again.
Joseph Frazz, Frazz.
Okay. And you can find him on Facebook. Look up my friends and look for Joseph Frazz. I want everyone to check out my Facebook page. I'm very lonely. Okay.
I doubt it.
So, Grace, any talk of Doggie Moms Season 2?
We're still waiting to hear. We're still the show, the series is still being re-aired every week, Wednesdays at 9:30, NYC Life Channel 25 on Time Warner. It's again on 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturday, and then Sunday at 10 p.m. And they just keep showing the series and the two-part reunion shows. And many people, that's like the $64,000 question. Everybody asks me when they see me. Oh, great! Even yesterday, you know, as we were walking along the Hudson, people came up to me and said, "Oh, we love you in the show, and when are you going to start? You know, when is it going to be season 2?" So I said, "Well, we haven't started filming yet, so we're still waiting to hear, and we hope it's good news because it was a lot of fun."
Doggie Dads with Anthony?
Well, that would be cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Were you interested in some sort of reality show at one time?
I've been approached. I'm not going to say I haven't. I've been approached by several of them, and let's just say that I haven't signed any papers yet.
Okay. You're looking for an agent?
Anybody wants to contact me?
Could Bandit help negotiate for you?
Absolutely. He comes cheaply.
Okay. What else do you have to say for yourself, Joe? Share with us. What's going on with you?
Nothing. This was fun to come in and do your show and meet up with Grace and Anthony again.
Do you do a lot of cats?
Yeah, cats are they're pretty easy. As long as you got a calm energy around them, they'll pretty much let you take as many photos as you want, unless you get an active one.
Which do you prefer, cats to dogs? What's the difference in working with them?
Say dogs.
I enjoy the dogs. I do. Cats, they're beautiful, but the dogs, there's so much. They run the gamut from a Robin Williams personality to like Anthony's dog, a Billy D. Williams. It's real calm. So
yeah,
you never know.
Just kind of hangs out.
Yeah, and that's a simple dog. It's an easy dog to work with, but you never know what you're going to get. They're almost people in that sense.
What do you do when you have a situation like Grace, where you have two dogs that don't get along?
Well,
Grace is showing us some. Whoa, man!
That's a war wound.
Is that what the photographer did to you, Grace?
What happened yesterday was, my girls are very calm as long as there's no sort of problem, but there was a little problem of a shard of a chicken breast falling on the ground, and I had to get it out of Rosie's mouth, because a little tiny Rosie, 3.5 pounds, and there was some tension, and Portia doesn't like tension, so she was trying.
You got that huge bite from like a 3-pound dog. Thank God. Okay. Well, we've had an interesting time with these guys. We're going to go to a commercial break, and we're going to come back with our health and wellness section with Doggie CPR and Doggie Massage. We will be back in a minute.